also the benefits of it for your body and your mind. I have a feeling that you are way leaning in, because today is the art of compassion. And we take this every week from raise your energy in 30 seconds or less naturally, so that you shine with more energy, joy, and abundance. So get your copy. And this is the Ignite book that we take from it. Every week we take a different subchapter about energy and how you really energy and how it interconnects with the universe. And we're going to get to that, because I'm going to talk about that. But what another exciting thing is we're going to talk about crystals today. We're going to talk about the energy of the intuition. And then also what we're going to talk about, and we're going to bring in, as I am so thrilled to bring you and introduce you this special guest, someone I've chosen just for you, is Cindy Edington. And she's an incredible author, holistic healer, coach, and dear friend. As a light worker, Cindy will share powerful insights and offer a supportive presence to elevate all your compassion, so you really feel that compassion coming through you. And I know that you have that, and I can't wait for her to share the golden nuggets and wisdom about compassion. So before she even comes on, get that ready, get that writer down, or go get that pencil, because you're going to need it, because she's going to be giving you all kinds of great insight. And also, it's going to help you to increase that love, that happiness, that abundance, and thrive in personal and professional. She'll be coming on in a little bit. So you know what? You're going to just love this one. You've probably heard this before, is that studies have proven that meditation actually helps with brain fog. It helps also with the brain function. And it also activates and helps you with your spiritual activities, your clearings, how you do this. Meditation is so wonderful. And that's why I have been doing meditation classes and teaching it for almost 3 decades now. And I love that. If you're in the Arizona, Phoenix area, once a month I do Super Saturdays, and it's just for people to come and get to know me and come and hang out. So if you would like to know more about that, and you know what, I am sure there's a sister, a friend, a mom that really wants to learn about understanding meditation, and also learn about crystals, to also, we're going to have a ceremony for the energy, to clear energy out, really come into your intuition and ground yourself. So if your mama, if your sister, if one of your best friends, if they want that and they're feeling kind of stuck, because that's what I help people do, is get out of that feeling of stuck, that they have nowhere to go. And it's so powerful, because I help people find their spiritual answers and really ignite that within them. So go ahead, be kind, and go ahead and share that with your friends, your family, because they're ready for it and they want to get unstuck. They wanted to hear this stuff. And they're all writer downers, right? So here's one thing that I think you're really going to like a lot, which is we're going to talk about energy, because everything is energy, isn't it? Now, when we look at energy, people go, oh, Angel, I don't really know what that is. Well, you know what? It's like when you walk into a room and your stomach drops. You're feeling energy. It's like when you say, hey, Cindy, how you doing? And she says, I am not doing very well. I just don't feel this way or this way, and I'm just not really sure. You have a feeling of it already. You already know it. You already feel it, and that's why you asked, because she's your friend and you want to know. But it's leaning in for that energy. Because all our thoughts or emotions are forms of energy. And everything that we perceive in this universe is all interconnected. Now, Einstein said it. Science says it too. But Einstein said energy can never be dissolved. It merely can change forms. Changing the form of energy, to be able to manage it, to balance it, to connect to it, to feel it, to experience it, that's the key. And the thing is most of us are right here, and we just read, and we're here and we understand it, or we think we do, but we've never experienced it. And that is the powerful thing. And that's why I'm, for almost 3 decades, being a spiritual counselor and helping people to do that and really show on this chart right here how, when you're in shame, blame, guilt, fear, trying too hard, coulda, woulda, shouldas, and you're just in that lower vibrational field, you're in more pain too. And being diagnosed with lupus, fibromyalgia, arthritis, Sjogren's, and neuropathy in my hands, feet, I understand this. When I get down, when I get angry, when I'm depressed, when I'm just having what's happening, I'm in more pain. So this emotional vibrational frequency charts is showing the lower vibrations. And as we move up to courage, to nurture, to even willingness, acceptance, reason, those are bringing those energies up and you're starting to feel better. So that's why this love energy, 528, these numbers are relative on this chart, but 528, just Google it, is the frequency of love. And as we move up to joy, even higher, gratitude and appreciation, higher, and then peace and compassion. And of course, the highest one is enlightenment. But the reason I bring this up is because it's scientifically proven that we have a vibrational energy, that I'm talking about quantum physics here. I'm not talking about woo-woo. Okay, the aura photo, a little woo-woo. But you know what? It's not, because it's scientific. It's actually took this picture. So it's not, it is real that we have an aura around us. And I've been doing aura photo readings for years. People love to come and get an aura photo reading. Why? Because you can actually see it and it makes sense to them. So first thing I did over 30 years ago, when I went to my first psychic fair, it freaked me out. So I went there and I got that. I wish I could find it, but I don't know where it is. But anyway, knowing that this is, and understanding that you have the ability and you're always emitting energy and frequency, and you can move it, you can balance it, you can manage it, and you can change the form of it. And that's what I teach as a spiritual counselor. And I help people to actually feel it. So if you're leaning in, keep leaning in, because it's going to get more exciting than here now. And I love you viewers being on, and you listeners, thank you so much for being here, because you make this all happen. I mean, I wouldn't be hitting over 50,000 people views a month if it wasn't for you. So thank you again. And you know what? I promised you that we'd do a clearing at the beginning. So we're ready to do that, because you understand energy now. So let's all take a deep breath, and I'm going to show you how to do that deep dive, because I am the breath pusher. You can watch me on stories, Instagram and Facebook. Breathe in, breathe out. Okay, breathe in through your nose, breathe out. And that is a diaphragmatic breath. And when you do that, what happens? You get out of flight or flight. Women, 24 hours stay in flight or flight. The guys, 8 hours. So now you know why they come back and they want to talk, and you're like, you're still mad, because you're in that energy field. Now, this is going off every 15 minutes, because I'm not only the breath pusher, I'm also the water pusher. So everybody drink. And yeah, I'm going to stop. Please drink. Thank you. And I can actually see my guest. She's in the waiting room. Cindy, thank you for playing. She's actually doing it too. I just love it. And thank you, Eve, for being on the line. And also Marie, you totally rock. I love you guys. Thanks. Everybody's coming on with their chat fingers. Thanks. So everybody take a deep breath. Diaphragmatic breath. I want you just to take a moment and feel this energy, and we're going to be clearing and cleansing and releasing. Feel this energy as you feel my hands, as you move and you breathe rhythmically, as we're removing any negative forces. We're going to, any lower vibration frequencies. We're going to dissolve any of the patterns, the anger, the positive, and any of those energies that no longer serve. Feel that breath. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And now let's bring it back down. And we're dissolving all of that stuff. And now we're going to ask for that positive energies coming in. And as you breathe, let's bring in that gold, crystalline gold waters. If you've ever seen my meditation, you know I use it all the time because it's powerful. I'm wearing gold today. So bring that in and bring that in. So you can start to ground. Beautiful. You start to ground. Beautiful, beautiful. Awesome. How do you feel? Do you feel better? I know you feel better. You do. You've got this. So just relax into that feeling. And now you're clear and cleansed. And again, I want to say thank you. Please go ahead. Thank you for tuning in today, because if it wasn't for you, that's my soul mission. My soul mission commitment to the world is that I reach with these stories, with these teachings about energy, that you can have everything and that you can remove pain from your vibrational field of physical body. And that's what I also, with Reiki energy healing, which is an amazing modality. And there's many, but Reiki actually is getting and more in the mainstream. It's being on TV because Reiki energy healing is about cleansing, clearing your energy, relaxation, and it really helps you. I've been a Reiki master for almost 30 years, so many students, and I'm so proud that I'm able to say that and help so many people. So let's jump back, because there's another thing I really, really enjoy doing, and that is the spirit animal. Your spirit animal, everybody has one. And it is important that I tell you about this, because I do a new moon meditation right here at the world's largest sundial. And that we will start pretty soon. And when I start that, I always talk about a beautiful totem animal, your animal. So let's learn one today. Are you ready? So that you can learn it. So today we're going to bring in the flamingo. Now, when I was a kid, I loved flamingos. I had them plastic all over, and then everybody was like, you got to get rid of those because, that's true. I loved even the plastic ones. Okay, I love flamingos. So when I wanted something for compassion, I definitely wanted this one. And it is where to go on my notes, because you can tell I'm looking at my notes. So here we go. So when it shows up, it's the medicine that shows up today. It's about being ruthlessly honest with yourself as you check in and see if you're following your inner truth. Great one for compassion, right? Because really stepping in. So use the medicine of the flamingo to help you. And then if you call upon the flamingo when you need a healing of the heart, either emotionally or physically. And I've been asking for that since I looked this up. I'm like, flamingo, but I do have a plastic one. I'm not going to show it to you, but I still do have a little plastic one because I just love flamingos. So if it is your power animal, you have a refined ability to filter out things and people in your life and maintain a connection with anything that has a lot of heart into it. So if you're really heart-centered, which you are if you're here today, and thank you so much, then call upon, and it's probably your spirit animal or power animal is the flamingo. So connecting to that is very powerful. Okay, so before we go any further, we gotta go over to the bills here. Or we have to go over, and here is what I want to bring up when we come back from this commercial is what we're going to bring up a crystal, because so many of you are into the crystals, and I love sharing and teaching crystals online and in person. So right after this, and we'll talk about a crystal. So stay with me, and remember, at the end, we're going to do a 10-minute activation, visualization, calibration to ignite your energy. And it's a 10-minute meditation, but it's really an activation calibration. So wait for that too. We'll be right back after this.
Traditional business cards are often lost or forgotten. This can lead to missed opportunities and wasted time and money. Java Logics offers a unique solution. Eco-friendly paperless business cards that are easy to update and share. With our QR code, you can share your card with anyone, anytime, anywhere. It's the easiest way to share your details. Interested in getting one? Click on Get Offer and get your own digital business card today.
Awesome. We want to thank the beautiful Preston Mardelli. He's all the way out of Canada, and he does my website. He's done so much for me. He's amazing. There he is right there. Please This is the way it is. It's going to digital business cards. It is. The QR is the way to go. So if you want a really good one, go ahead and check mine out. Go ahead and take a picture of it. Check mine out. If it serves you, talk to Preston and tell Preston, hey, I know Angel, you're going to get the discount of the Angel discount because he's amazing and he's a ninja when it comes to stuff like that. So let's go back. And I promised you a crystal. I promised you a crystal. Now it's a Morganite. A Morganite. Now, I never even heard about this one until I was looking it up. And that's what I love about doing this for 6 years. I've learned so many things about crystals and so many other things. Now, remember, this supports the heart both physically and emotionally. That's why I picked it. And it soothes anxiety and tension. Most crystals do. They usually always say that. This one specifically helps with headaches and high blood pressure. So that's a really good one. It balances the nervous system. We all need that right now because of the solar flares, right? There's so much. And this is a multi-dimensional shift that we're going through. So get your crystals and really take some time with yourself because right now we're in a big, big shift. Crystals really will help your nervous system. It also helps with respiratory conditions and also releasing old emotional wounds, promoting self-love, forgiveness, and the empathy towards others. And also you can step into with this beautiful crystal, your spiritual wisdom. And it also helps with a deeper connection to your divine life and guidance. Now remember, the Morganite is a powerful ally for those seeking emotional healing and a deeper connection with your love and your compassion. And that's why I brought it up, because I believe that all of us would be and do better when we have more compassion. Have more compassion for our neighbors. Have more compassion for the world, for the politics. I said it, okay? For government, to all the religions, to everyone that's spewing their shit, and I'm going to say it, on you. Have more compassion to be able to just step back and say, it's not mine. I'm not going to take it, but I also don't need to say anything either. So that's the important part of being in a place of compassion. And that's what I do to help me so that I can step into and be more compassionate for myself. Because when I take a moment and it's like I can see outside of myself that I'm being compassionate for someone else, and I can feel that, it helps me to hone in. So you go ahead and use this crystal, and if you don't know, get with me. The Spiritual Cookbook is always a good one. The Spiritual Cookbook is where I have all of my sessions for the last almost 30 years. And in the Spiritual Cookbook, check that out. Click on that and go to that. And you can see all of my sessions that I provide as a spiritual counselor and Reiki master for all these years. People say they just love those. So thank you for that. I appreciate you. And as we move on, we're almost ready. We're almost ready for the amazing Cindy that's going to be coming up. Let's just see. I just thank you so much again for watching. I really appreciate you. And, we're going to bring her on. And Cindy is an amazing coach. She's also a speaker and author and yoga therapy, Reiki master, teacher, EFT. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. She's coming on right now. Let's bring her on. Here we go. There she is. Hi, Cindy.
Hey, Angel. Thank you so much for inviting me here today. It's such a pleasure and honor to be here. I'm excited.
Oh, you're so welcome. I am too, because, you are one of the experts when it comes to the compassion and relationships and how we get together. And when I met you was out of a book. We're going to bring that up in a minute. Yep. We're going to bring that up in a minute. But that's how I met you. But please, before we start that, I know you and I know what you do. But please, who are you? Please.
Well, okay. So I love that. It's like what versus the who. So who I am as a person I'm very heart-centered, warm, caring, compassionate. As a mother, as a wife, I have 2 grandbabies, as a daughter. So that's who I am as an individual, and trying to bring as much love and care and compassion to others that I possibly can. I like to work with a lot of women, women that are actually navigating the aftermath of divorce, because I've gone through that experience myself. And so that to me was where I really started to learn about compassion. But that's who I bring to the table. That's who I'm at my core. I think you understand this too as a spiritual guide, is that at our core that we're just these beautiful beings of love and light. And that's who I truly believe that I am at my core, and want to spread that to everybody else around me.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And we're just going to dive into these awesome golden nuggets. First of all, I'm going to say hello to Daniel and some other people that are on the line. Thank you for getting your chat fingers on and sharing this with everyone, because people really are hurting right now, aren't they? They really. And I think one of the first questions that we have to ask is, what's the difference between compassion and empathy? That's got to be the first question.
And it's such a good question to ask, right? Because I think a lot of people get confused about what are they. They're similar yet different, right? To me, when I think of empathy, it's like putting myself into somebody else's shoes, kind of understanding their situation. But I think compassion takes that energy level to a whole nother level, right? So that we can actually then feel into it, want to help them, want to be there for them, listen with an open heart, be kind to what they're going through. So I think it's just that one level of energy above, if you will, of empathy, if that makes sense.
Yes, and I think too that empathy, when we feel empathy, we actually connect to the feeling of empathy, and it can bring us on a lower vibration.
Mm-hmm.
It's my view on, because I do everything with the energy.
Yeah.
But when we have compassion, I believe that energy is different. I believe that energy is more in a positive or a higher vibration than the empathy, because most people with empathy, they tend to go to a lower vibration because, I feel so sad for you.
Right.
Ooh, but then they start to take that on. So I think that's a really good one too.
I think that's a great distinction. What you just said, it's a great distinction. I agree with you that compassion takes it to a whole nother level, right? We can have empathy for others. We can understand, possibly put ourselves in their shoes and understand the situation. But that compassion level is really just being there to listen, as you say, not to bring ourselves down or bring the other person down, but to be there and listen with an open heart and provide the kindness, no judgment. Right, we're not judging it at that particular time. We're just really coming from a place of heart-centered love.
Yeah, and I think that goes right into the next question, which is when we practice compassion, but I don't think anybody really practices compassion. It's not like something that it's right there in the forefront. But can compassion be learned or cultivated, or is it something you're born with?
Well, I think we're born with it. We just don't know how to tap into it. I think most of us don't know how to tap into it. It's there. I think it's always been there because we are these spiritual beings, right, living in a human body, so to speak. So I really think that we have the capacity. Most of the time, this is my experience, and the women that I've worked with, this has been my experience, is that it takes some type of heart opening event. They're the heartbreaking, but I call them heart opening events, where that's where we can actually, it's the pain, right? When we go through some kind of painful experience, that I think is the entree into where compassion can like flood into our system. And I will say, I think you can practice it because that is something that I do quite frequently when I get triggered by something or a situation or a person. I have tools that I use too. I love the breath. We are in sync when it comes to that. Absolutely. I love diaphragmatic breathing. Are you kidding me? As a yogi, I mean, that's we have our breath with us at all times, right? It is such a beautiful tool for us to be able to go to, and we don't have to think about it. When we do, though, we make it more of a practice, even that, right? Belly breathing, we that's natural when we're babies, but as we become adults, we forget about that because we're stressed out. And so then we do everything shallow, it's up here. So that reminder of coming back into where our place is, I think is so important. And I think compassion is the same way. Is that we can tap into that. We can literally tap into it. I say tapping only because I use that EFT or the tapping technique, right? That is a way for me to actually practice compassion. Whenever when I'm feeling triggered or I'm in fight or flight, you just talked about that as well. Women, we carry that, as you say, so much throughout the day. It's a great way, right, to come back, ground ourselves. So
Beautiful. Yes, and you brought up EFT, and for some of you viewers and listeners, you went, oh, wait, what is that? I want to learn tapping. And that's emotional freedom technique. It's been around forever and ever. And like I said earlier, there's lots of modalities in all of this stuff. Is any of them right or wrong, negative or positive? Again, if you get to know me, it's all energy. So I'm not going to say yes or no to any of them. They're innate to you. So using the tap does work. And I want to shout out and say hello to Tammy and everyone else. And Marie, saying hello to you. Saying hello, and Brian, or excuse me, and also Daniel's on the line. Thank you so much for being here and connecting as everyone is. So the next question that I have for you, and I love this, is because we're in the same book together. We are in the Soul of the Diamond book together.
Should I be grabbing this now?
Yes, yes. And this book is with 19, 18 other speakers. And it is really a heartfelt. And Sinead, all the way from South Africa, put us together to help other people.
Yeah.
Could you explain your story just a little bit? Not a long story, but a story of how and why you wanted to be in this, but what you did with compassion in this book.
Yeah, going through a heartbreaking divorce was, again, the heart opening event, that led me again into my compassion of learning how to love myself. Because when I went through that event, there was a lot of blame and shame, a lot of blame and shame, and I took that on. I owned it as well. Not it came from other people, but I actually owned that as well. And I think when you're in that place, it's difficult to find the compassion. And it took time to learn to love myself, flaws and all. I mean, because, I think as women, when we feel we've made a mistake, a big mistake, there's a piece of us that I think kind of like shuts down, and we really go into, I call it the should, shame, guilt cycle. And I think you talked a little bit about that too, the shoulda, woulda, couldas. We start to really should on ourselves. Like, I should have done this. Like, for me, it was like, I should have been prettier. I should have been stronger. I should have been smarter. I did all of this blaming and shaming on myself. And I felt so guilty, like there was something wrong with me. Like, why was my marriage ending? Because it completely blindsided me. And so that's the story that I share. It's like, how did I moved from this heartbreaking event, and it all happened when, my daughter was an infant. So that even added a whole nother layer into the whole story of, oh my gosh, here I am now, this single mom doing it all on my own and having so much, guilt and shame, and how am I going to, move through this? And so compassion, gratitude, forgiveness, compassion were like the cornerstone, I call them practices, that I had to bring into my heart so that I could actually move through that in a way where I could finally start to look at myself differently and really love myself. So no matter what the quote unquote mistakes, because to me there are no mistakes, really they're all just learning lessons, right? It's looking at them from that perspective, and I really had to be kind to myself in order to get there. And so again, compassion, kindness. I had to go inside. I had to listen to myself, and that to me was just, again, cornerstone practice. I can't say it enough to pull through. And I think that compassion, when you can pull in compassion, that to me is like the entree into forgiveness, right? We need to have compassion for ourselves to literally forgive ourselves.
So
I think it's huge.
It's so huge, and I just and echo that because it is so huge. And then also, viewers, writer downers, remember she's giving you great writer downers, is that nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. Energy is always moving. I don't care what you do all day. If you do nothing, it's going to be there tomorrow. Nothing is permanent. and yet you're practicing. So remember just to practice with joy. Remember the chart I showed you. Even when it's shit, and I said it, even when it's shit, because I want you to laugh, the shit is still good, bad, it doesn't matter. It's not permanent. And being able to see through that with compassion. We struggle with judgment, both for other people, we judge other people, we judge ourselves. So, what would you say is a really good spiritual practice technique to replace that judgment with compassion?
Gosh, judgment is so tough, isn't it? Yeah. When
Yeah,
when we can really, again, that's where the self-love, right? Compassion, forgiveness, entree into loving ourselves. Because when we can fully love ourselves, judgment goes away, right? We stop judging others, we stop judging ourselves, and it has to start with us. When we can really, because truly, when we can stop judging ourselves, then we don't really judge anybody else. When we continue to judge ourselves, it's just automatic, right? And it's a train. These things are all trained. It happens. These are early messages that are handed down generationally, culturally, societally, industrially. All of these messages, in particular for women. In terms of like how we are supposed to behave and act and what's acceptable and not acceptable. And so there's so much judgment on women to begin with. Um, you know, Body image, huge for many, many. I mean, I'm so happy to see that we're actually getting to a point where we are embracing more body types, more body images. I mean, that for the longest time, right, was such a big thing. Because so many women I know still are like, can't love themselves because my body doesn't look right. So, I
right.
think that's the biggie thing is that when we can fully love ourselves, the judgment will stop and go away.
Great. So, in that being said, thank you, Tammy. Thank you. Yes, she's like so true, loving it. She's giving a yes. And Marcy, good to see you, Marcy, is give me a tool. What is it that the viewers can physically do to have that? You're talking a lot about that, but give us something that is an actionable item. What are you?
For me personally, I do tapping because that is to me the game changer tool, and
Okay,
it's so
so
simple.
we're gonna put that aside because a lot of people don't know that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Put that aside. So EFT is great. Learn it if you can, or call Cindy. You've got her email on her website. So, but what is another thing they can do that's simple?
Simple, hands on your heart. Just breathe into your heart. I'm going to love myself right now. Reframing. Use your talk. Just how do you talk to yourself? If you've got that inner dialogue going on that's all negative, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that. A simple thing that you can do is just reframe it immediately. Like, I'm not going to listen to that anymore and reframe it. That's so simple. Such a simple thing to do. A breath, a deep clearing cleansing, that cleansing breath that you do so beautifully. Angel, I love that. It's a tool I use all the time as well. Just to breathe it out, let it go. I'm going to release it. I don't need to judge anymore. I don't need to judge myself. Another thing you can do, here's another one. I'll give you another one.
Hey, give me.
Yeah, here's another one. I learned this a long time ago and it really helped me too, is go to a mirror. I want go to a mirror and for 2 minutes solid, I want you to look at yourself deep in your eyes and say your name. You're going to say, I'm going to say mine. Cindy, I love you. I love you and accept you just as you are right now in this moment. And you just keep repeating that. Cindy, I love you. I love and accept you just as you are right now in this moment. And keep repeating it. Simple, right? It's simple. But boy, I can tell you how many women that is not an easy thing to do, to look yourself deeply in the eyes and tell yourself that I love you. Boy, powerful, powerful. In the mirror and keep doing it. And once you get down to 2 minutes, this is the test. Get it to 2 minutes, and then when you can get it to 2 minutes, expand it. See if you can do it for 20. That's the big challenge.
Whoa, that was a big challenge. And I'm gonna add on to that. Remember, ladies, your first and middle name is your name, and that is a vibrational field. So use I love you, Angel Marie. Both. Your last name is your husband's or an ex-husband or your dad's, because you've never been married maybe, but it's not your vibrational field. And I really want to encourage you to do what Cindy's saying here, because it's a great one. It's a writer downer. So sit there, you brush your teeth, put a timer on, and just wait for 2 more minutes. I also want you to do that at every red light. Every red light, I want you to sit back. I want you to get an alignment. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Tammy, for all your chattings. And Linda, I love you guys. Is also to make sure that you're looking forward. Of course, you're at a red light and you're saying, I love you, Angel Marie. Now say it in a way that you would say to a kid, I love you, Angel Marie. I so adore you, Angel Marie. I love you, Angel Marie. And if you can feel, like I know you can, you feel the energy. Beautiful. Those are great writer downers. You have one more. Now, someone really practice that self-compassion. And there's so much going on out there right now. So many people are just so mean right now.
Part of it too is like you have to just turn it off. Really, self-preservation. Bubble. Put a bubble of energy around you. Again, you can just, I visualize bubbles. So I put a bubble of like really positive energy around me. I don't watch the news a lot because there is so much vitriol out there right now. That is energy too, right? You've got all of this negative stuff bombarding you. So, just imagining that you've got this beautiful, I like to do it in an egg shape because to me that's like all of, cocoon, rebirth, coming inside oneself. And it's protective. It's protective, really good, positive energy. And again, having that compassion for yourself to do that, knowing that you can do that. You can choose to do that. I know everybody's like, you got to listen. You're going to know what's going on in the world, right? You do. It's not like you're putting your head in the sand, but this is a way for you to protect yourself and give compassion to yourself, be kind to yourself and say, I don't need all of that. And I don't want all of that. So just literally sitting and close your eyes and visualize a bubble all around you, nice little egg shape, and bring in love, kindness to yourself.
Beautiful. Those are beautiful ones. And this has gone really fast. Let me get you one more, and then we're going to do a free gift. So get ready. These are writer downers. One more that they can do to really step into having a better relationship really with themselves.
Oh, gosh. All right, because body image is such a big thing, right? Here's the thing. I invite especially the women, men included, but especially the women, I invite you to put on your most favorite outfit, the one that you feel awesome in, that you are like a powerful woman. Yeah, that's exactly it. And you're going to get up, and you're going to imagine, well, you can't see me, that's right. You're going to imagine you are on the red carpet and you are literally going to strut your stuff. Just strut it all out. And then, oh, I love this too. Strutting it out. And here's the thing. Self-talk, so important. You're going to say, can do a little dance with this and say, I am awesome. I am amazing. And I am a rock star.
I'm a rock star.
I am a rock star. And just rock it out. Put on your favorite music that like pumps you up. And that is going to just bring so much positive energy into it. It's going to uplift you immediately and be able to bring that kindness and compassion right into your heart right then and there. It's a great one.
Beautiful.
It's a really good one.
Write that down, start doing it. So when I see you later on, some of you chat fingers, you know who you are. When I get to see you, I'm going to be strutting. And show it. Show. It's okay to have that confidence because that is that compassion for yourself. This has gone so fast, and what I'd like is if you could tell us about your free gift, because you always get a free gift when you come watch my show. So what is the free gift you're going to give us today?
Actually, there's two, believe it or not. There's two, I know, a little bonus one. So for those of you women, again, I specialize in coaching women. So I'm going to put it out there. For women that are navigating the aftermath of divorce, I have a free ebook. But I also have, and this can be for anybody, any woman out there, because I'm all about women's empowerment, It's geared again a little bit language towards women that are going through divorce, but for anyone out there, I also have a free webinar. Both of these things are linked there on my website, on my blog under resources. It will show you everything that you need to know in terms of like pulling in more compassion for yourself, loving yourself more fully, and I hope you will enjoy them. But yeah, two freebies for you: a book, a little ebook, and a free webinar. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Cindy, for all of your great insights. We really appreciate it. Your energy. Love that. And I'm so, I love that we're in the same boat together. That is I just love that,
Me too.
So love to just share and serve. So you all know that, and we're going to say goodbye to the beautiful. Everybody is saying thank you. Thank you to you. So that's very sweet. My viewers are so awesome, and listeners, they're just so awesome. So thank you for always doing that. So I just love that. And it's time for us to raise the energy. Many of you know I have a signature song. I sing it. I wrote it. Please listen to it. And we're going to say goodbye to the beautiful Cindy. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much. Bye, everybody.
Yes. Yeah. So I really want you to listen to the music, but then also read the words of my gorgeous. So here we go. Let's talk about Cindy.
Ambition, fire and soul. Look within your heart. Let your spirit flow. Ask for what you want. Show 'em what you got. Take it to the top. Don't you ever stop. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on. Looking for the answers, seeking you will find. Open up your heart, leave it all behind. Smile and laugh, always give back. Glowing like a star, show 'em who you are. Shine, shine, shine on. Raise your vibration. Shine, shine, shine on.
You like that? Isn't it a catchy tune? It is really catchy, isn't it? And it gets you going. So I'd like you right now to take a deep breath. And taking that deep breath right now, because we're going to move into the meditation. So let's just calm our energies down just a little bit, because this activation, visualization, meditation will help you throughout the day, and it'll help to calibrate your energy. So let's take a deep breath. Thank you for investing your time with me. I'm Angel Marie Monticelli, your angel of light, and I'm here to help you to activate, visualize, calibrate, and activate that energy to help you with more clarity, focus. And as today we're going to focus on the compassion. And we're going to bring in any crystals right now as you start taking your breath with me. Start taking your breath. And as you start taking the breath, let's bring in that crystal that will help us with compassion. Bring in our spirit animal that will help us in the realms of this vibration that we're going into. And I want you to take another deep breath and help you to release and let go of any and all energies, vibrational frequencies, belief systems, or ancestral energies that no longer serve. And just breathe into feeling that we're removing, releasing, integrating this energy to help with the integration, but also to help with the activation and inflammation of this with speed, grace, and ease. Beautiful. And now, please close that outer eyes, close those outer eyes, open that inner eye and hear my vibrational field. Feel the words that are now coming to you. And as you feel these words in this vibration, this field of vibrational frequency, I want you to open up your energies with this gentle waves of rejuvenation, cleansing, clearing, and the limitless abundance and limitless healing that you have. And as you hear my words, echo these. And as you hear these, echo, I have it, I am it, I own it, I see it, I believe it, I know it, I know it, I know it, and I feel it, I feel it, I feel this energy as you breathe in with this belief, with this grace, ease, and glory throughout your whole body. Feel this as the inner strength, the inner self-esteem, the inner self-discovery, self-centered, centered on self. Feel these words, and as they're starting, as you breathe in this wellness, this muscle strength, this fitness, this strong resilience, I want you to breathe in with compassion. And as you breathe in with compassion, and it's going through every cell nuclear, it's going down to the subatomic layer of your energy, all the way down to your cell nuclear, your cell system, to every organ and system, to every DNA and RNA. Breathe. Breathe that in as it's activating, calibrating. Breathe it in as it's igniting that energy and thanking all of your spirit animals, to the four-legged, the winged, the finned, and the crawler, that are around you, that are here to help you to know that you're safe, secure, protected. And go ahead and let those beautiful waves of energy coming through you as it's overflowing fountain of all of this beauty of rejuvenation, cleansing, clearing, and now bringing in that compassion, breathing in the peace, breathing in the grateful gratitude, to breathing in with the joy and the love. Beautiful. Feel this as your whole body is relaxing now. Knowing that your guides with your spirit animals, plus all your guides to archangels, to past loved ones, however you label your God, your source, your universe, I call them my big dudes, because it brings my vibration up. So however you do that, bring up that energy. And as you're activating, calibrating, aligning, bring in the crystalline blue gold waters. If you can see it in your mind's eye, if you feel it, let it go through down to the subatomic layer, all the way down to the chakras, to the meridians, with such beautiful way that you are absolutely restoring the cellular function on that, all the way down below that, visualizing this, feeling this integration, activation, inflammation, as you're imagining bathing in this beautiful energy. Bathe in this crystalline gold blue waters. And as you're bathing in this beautiful crystalline blue gold waters, feel how all of the energy is integrating the breath of compassion, breathing in self-worth, self-love, breathing in self-respect, breathe in the love and light and healing, the clarity, the focus. Breathe in the connection to your source, to increase your intuition, your inner knowing, your inner guidance, your wisdom. Breathe in the intuitive awareness. Breathe in the understanding of the intuitive intelligence, the subconscious, superconscious. Beautiful, of the awareness, of the trust, the knowing, great communication. Breathe in that compassion for all humanity, for yourself, all relationships, to beautiful. Hear my words, breathe. Breathe the beautifulness of all your relationships, of all of your great health. Breathe in as we breathe in with the spiritual growth. We breathe in with how we serve humanity. Breathe it in, and how we look at our finances. Yes, how we look at abundance, how we look at abundance of the joy and the love and the light, but also that of money. And it's okay to breathe in with the abundance, the riches, the fortune, the profits. It's okay to breathe in that financial growth, that success, and breathe in the cash flow. Breathe in the way that we serve and connect, to breathe in that wealthy feeling you have everything and it's easy. And it's easy. Breathe in easy as we breathe in thankfulness and grateful gratitude, serenity, tranquility, happy, kind, happiness. Breathe. There you go. That compassion, the peace, the calmness. Breathe in your creativity to create, to visualize, to take the time for self. Beautiful awareness in the relationship with yourself, the beautiful patience you have for the friends, for the other people in our life, and the harmony that we have with our team, to teamwork, and yes, the playfulness. Breathe in the playfulness. Breathe in the joy of just laughing with friends. Breathe in the nothingness of being in that nothingness time. Beautiful. And as you're seeing in your mind's eye, in that third eye, the crystalline blue and gold waters, fill it, fill it. And now as you fill it, breathe with me. And as you hear my voice, we're integrating now. And now we're not only integrating and activating now as you're breathing with me, hear my voice, that we're going to anchor this now. We're going to lock it in and we're going to seal it. We're going to seal it into every cellular function in your body, down to the subatomic layer. Seal it. You can bring it back anytime you want. Thank you so much. Take some breaths. Take some breaths as you hear my voice, as we're going to start to come back now. And as we start to come back with grace, ease, and glory, with the joyful feeling and honoring self, that delightfulness of that excitement of the adventure of this jubilee of life. Yes, it is. Come on back with me and bring up your hands and start to move your hands above your head to wake you up, and clapping maybe to say hello a little bit, and rubbing them together. And come on back with me. Come on back so you're completely back. I'm Angel Marie Monticelli, and I'm known as the spiritual sage. And I'm so honored that you were here with me and you invested in yourself. So remember to come back to this and keep tuning in to EnergizeUtv. Every week it's different. And it helps you to connect to your super conscious, subconscious, and conscious of who you are spiritually. I'm Angel Marie Monticelli. Thank you so much for being here. Beautiful. Are you back? How did that feel? Did it feel really good? I have a feeling it did. And I want to remind you, everyone, as you're coming back, thanks for coming back, that I'm here every Thursday at 11 o'clock Pacific time with a guest from all over the world. I know Cindy was from New York. We've got the beautiful, who do we got? We got Linda coming in. That's going to be with us next week. And I have to admit, I don't remember where she's from. I apologize, but here every Thursday. And I want to give you a free gift. Why not? Because I get to give you a free gift. I want to get to know you. So go ahead and take a picture of that. Come on, it's all over my website. Come on, I want to get to know you. So get on my calendar and let's chat-a-roo. And then also, here you go. Here's the Tai Chi membership that I have. The beautiful. And if you're in town, we have the Empowerment Hour, to also the Tai Chi in person, and then we also have a meditation. So there's my song if you want that. A lot of people do, so thank you so much if you wanted that. And I'm here every Thursday, yes. I'm here to help you and to connect and to help you with your spiritual growth. So thank you again for being here. And everybody on the line, I love your chat fingers. Everybody, Linda, everybody's saying thank you to everyone. And we've got, the beautiful, she was on last week. The beautiful, darn it, I see CFIT coaching, but I can't remember, Martin, but she was amazing last week that was on also. So, and again, here she is, Carmel, she was on last week. Check that out. That was about fitness. So go ahead and check that one out. And next week, again, is going to be Linda. She's going to come and we're going to talk about resilience. So again, thank you for being here. I love you so much. Watch me on social media. I'm all over the place. I appreciate it, and I appreciate you. So remember to do what? Change your mindset. Ignite your energy and shine on. And I love you, and I will see you next time when we get to meet.